I own a 2005 GMC Sierra. It's a 4x4 and it looks pretty standard, except there's something off with this bed. And if you look at this decal, it says Quadrasteer. And if you saw my last video, you know all about it. This thing has rear wheel steering, a super rare factory option that they only had for 3 years. It was discontinued in 2005, and I paid $6,100 for this totally rust-free one-owner Sierra at the auction because no one knew how rare this truck was. Now, I had the Sierra delivered from Atlanta to my shop in Chicago, and it definitely had some issues with the engine. Not only was it running rough, but it had an exhaust leak, and then the Quadrasteer, although it worked, made some pretty funky noises. Now, after going through normal misfire engine diagnostics, I narrowed it down to a fuel injector that wasn't firing, and I gave it some love taps, and it came back to life. The engine was running great, so I moved right onto the Quadrasteer system and replaced the inner and outer tie rods to fix the squeak. I found a really bad center support bearing, so that had to be replaced. And then I was able to DIY fix the exhaust manifold leak with a cool little clamp that'll save you hundreds of dollars. Now, you know the truck got the full LSC care package. Every single fluid and filter was replaced, and the rest is history. The Sierra ran and drove beautiful, and I ended that video with a big stupid smile on my face because I love this truck. But as soon as I got back to the shop and let it sit overnight, I found this under my truck, a bunch of transmission fluid. And we can't have this because we are going to mint this truck out with a brand new paint job of new front end. It is gonna look like it rolled off the Quadrasteer assembly line back in 2005 when we are done. But not if it's leaking trans fluid, so let's see what I messed up. And my Sierra can't be nicer than my Typhoon, so while I was in there, the Typhoon got its own transformation that will blow your mind. If you're into 90s cars and trucks, you're gonna wanna see this, and wait until you see these things next to each other. This would be a good time to grab that popcorn and cold pop, sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and welcome to Legit Street Cars. Looks like the fluid is leaking all the way around the transpan gasket, just everywhere. And yes, they're all tight. I went around it again. I think I know my mistake. This is the factory transpan gasket. It is very thick. It has steel little inserts. It's a beast. And in the filter kit was a really thin rubber one. Let me show you because we had to drop this thing. This transpan gasket is a big pain in the butt. The worst one you want leaking. Oh, here she comes. All right, and I just put a bunch of really nice expensive fluid in this that I don't want to lose. So we've cleaned everything out and we're saving it all. Or like most of it, hopefully. I'll let it drain for a minute. Here she comes. Trans fluid is literally going into my armpit right now. Last bolt. Okay. Here's our fluid. Yay. All right, so here's the problem, people. This right here. Don't get these flimsy rubber gaskets if you had a beefy one from the factory. If your car came with one of these from the factory and it wasn't leaking, fine, maybe, but this was clearly designed for a much thicker gasket. So here's our replacement gasket. It is the OE style, the good stuff. There we go. All right, cool. I cleaned up the mating surface. We still got a little oil in there. Now we can go back together. Yes, 4L80s. Like, finally, Alex, you give me the good stuff. None of that cheap garbage. You take care of your 4L80, it will take care of you. All right, we are started. Excellent. I filled up the transmission, ran it for a bit, and it is perfect. No leak whatsoever. This is fixed. And now I'm out for a test drive in the Sierra. Trans temp is absolutely perfect. We're getting 14.9 MPG, and everything in the cluster is just perfect. The truck is running beautifully. Now that we have the Sierra completely mechanically sorted, we're gonna give the exterior some love at Maaco. That's right, we are getting this thing painted. Oh, this Maaco looks awesome. Is this like a brand new building? There she is, pulling right in. These guys aren't wasting any time at all. Woo! So this is the kind of stuff we're gonna be fixing. And these guys do work like this. So take a good look, people. This is gonna be one of the last times you see stuff like this on my Sierra. We're gonna mint it out. All right, so we're at the Maaco in Waukegan, Illinois. This is Bobby, the owner.
Hey, everybody.
Bobby's been watching the channel for a long time, and we've been emailing back and forth on a project that we can work together on, and this is definitely something in his wheelhouse. Before the guys get to work, I just gotta show you one thing. This is Bobby's Fox body, and you know, of course, they painted it, but look at the paint. This is insane, and it's got a supercharger, and what else? How much power are we talking here?
It put down 640.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Put down 640.
So needless to say, this is definitely the type of guy that I want taking care of my Sierra. After dropping the Quadrasteer off, the team at Maaco got right to work. I decided to go with a slightly different color that's in between the factory dark blue metallic and the beautiful blue color on my giveaway supercharged Silverado. Since this was a complete paint job, including door jambs, they disassembled everything and started prepping panels by sanding and stripping off all of the old paint. Once in the paint booth, the entire truck was primed and sealed before the beautiful blue base coat was applied, and then they followed that up with clear and some bake time in the booth. Now, while we wait for the Sierra paint to gas out and for final assembly, it was time to start on the Typhoon. I finished this truck mechanically many months ago, and it runs really good now. But the interior and exterior needed some love to really be a legit street car. So I started by completely removing the interior, including the carpet and the headliner. And with the carpet outside, I used carpet cleaner and the LSC drill brushes to mint it out. I blasted all the dirt out with a pressure washer, and the carpet came out great. While it was drying, I used 3 different layers of sound barrier padding on the floors and the roof of the Typhoon. These old GM trucks can rattle just a little bit and transmit some road noise, so I went a little crazy with the stuff covering everything. It should feel like a Rolls Royce when I'm done, so totally worth it. After putting the carpet back in, it was time to mint out the seats. They weren't too bad, so a little release and the drill brushes brought them right back. Now, in 1992 only, the Typhoon had manual seat bolster bladders with a hand pump. It's pretty awesome, and I'll show you more of this in a little bit, but the rubber hoses had deteriorated to nothing, so I took the seats apart and replaced all of the hoses going to the bladders. When I get the Typhoon seats back in, I will trim this up perfectly to length because I think I'm gonna have it a little bit longer. I think that'd be fun. But right now we are working on stereo stuff, and check out my new radio. So this is a period correct radio. It's kind of hard for me to figure out exactly what would come in the Typhoon. They changed this a few times, but this one has now been refurbished, so it has a higher output amp and Bluetooth, but it still looks like this and has the tape deck and the equalizers. All that stuff is gonna work. So we have our harness already plugged in, and this guy is almost ready to go back. I got a bunch of radios for the Typhoon. This is another option. This one's just in better shape. You know how much I like my white buttons looking good. Now, I wanted to do an old school version of this, but this was just such a good deal. So Kicker makes a bazooka tube. Who remembers the old bazooka tubes from the 90s? I know I do, I had some in my cars. So we have a 10-inch bazooka. This thing is going to hit hard, and we are replacing all of the speakers. So here are probably aftermarket speakers, but just old. And we have some really nice new kickers, and here's what they look like with the factory trim. You can't even tell. So this one is going in right here. There's 4. So we'll have another speaker here, and 2 are going in the dash. And who remembers the Fortune cookie from when I got this? This is an original 90s Fortune cookie. It is still holding air. It's actually puffed up a little bit, and there's the cookie. It's shrunk. This will forever be with our Typhoon. Hang on 1 minute for today's video sponsor, Prize Picks. If you guys are into fantasy sports, you're gonna love this app, and right now it's football season and basketball season, and it is so easy to play Prize Picks. All you do is hit more or less on at least 2 players' stats. So in this case, I don't think Giannis is gonna hit 30.5 points, but I do think Luka is gonna do more than 18.5 rebounds and assists. And so after you've picked at least 2, you go to finalize your lineup, and if you're right, you can cash in. So I'm actually gonna go see Wemby play the Bulls tonight, but check this out. They have a new feature called Stacks, and that's where you can pick up to 3 predictions for the same player. I mean, Wemby's pretty much good at everything, so I'm gonna go more, and more. Why not? Finalize. All right, here are all my predictions. And you can also click on feed, and you can follow other players and you can just click and copy their exact lineup if you want to. It's just that easy. Look at that, that's so cool. The PrizePicks app is totally free to download, so I'm gonna drop you guys a link down below, and when you do, use coupon code LegitStreetCars. That's gonna get you $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. So that's LegitStreetCars for $50 in lineups on PrizePicks, where it's good to be right. Check it out, we have our subwoofer installed. Nice brackets. And there is the amp, wires tucked underneath. And here's a 3D printed adapter for the amp right onto the sub, because these did not come as one. And yes, doing this before we put the carpet in would have been better, but it's okay. We didn't have parts, but anyway, there's all the wiring. Our Bluetooth radio popped right in. And we're waiting on some speaker adapter brackets. So currently these speakers, they're just too big, and we're gonna get some brackets either printed or we're gonna try and find them. But we can get the seats back in now. Hang on, I can't believe I'm forgetting. We have a center console to install. I bought a whole car for this. These center consoles used are like $1,500, $2,000, and I found a parts Typhoon in Florida a few months back, so I bought the whole truck, brought it back here to Chicago, got the center console and a bunch of other miscellaneous. But yeah, it just definitely needs some cleaning. So this leather boot has seen better days, but luckily we did have the boot in the car. They left that with the shifter, and ours just needs a cleaning. And a cleaning we will give it, and we'll start soaking this as well. Just using good old release, and we'll use our little brush here, getting all the nooks and crannies. Oh yeah, it's gonna look so good. All right, we'll give this thing a little wipe, and this leather is actually in really good shape. We're going down the rabbit hole, people. I've taken this apart. It's just a little dirty in here, but the white lettering's good, and the background is a little rusty. We can make that look better. I've soaked this in some leather conditioner, so we'll let that sit while we continue to work, and then I'll wipe it off. But it's already very pliable, but we'll moisten it up. And look at the lid. This thing is in great shape. Oh, but she's dirty. Oh, look at that. Nasty, but not anymore. Perfect. I have the background to the shifter scuffed and ready for paint. We're in the paint booth. Let's do some light coats here. Got 2 light coats on. Now we can start with some heavy. Get it at every angle, make this nice and smooth. There you have it, guys. This thing is mint. We will let it dry for quite some time. I finished cleaning the center console, so we can go ahead and get that in the Typhoon. Fits in like that. Never had one, I don't really know. While we wait for the shifter part to dry, I'm going to transform the door panel. So this is the original door panel from the car, but if you guys remember, when I bought this thing, this was actually a theft recovery from like the year 2000 or something. It was a stereo truck, and they ripped out the whole stereo, and they poked holes in the door panels. But the guy I bought it from included some like Chevy S10 door panels, which are essentially the same, except this is cloth instead of leather. So we gotta swap that, and this is in much better shape than this. And I don't know if this is like a different color or something, but that's gotta go. All right, so this is a lot of tedious work. These are actually threaded on. Just have to take pliers and kind of spin them off. It's kind of annoying. Okay, there we go. There's one of many. I pulled the staples out of here too, and now this should come out. Yay. All right, cool. And this piece of leather is in great shape too. Now we just gotta get off this cloth in the same way. Oh, getting all this stuff out is a pain in the butt, but here's our pretty nasty cloth one. Going away. Before we reassemble, I should probably clean this. That's kind of gross. We're doing this outside. Blue blower. That's nasty. Yeah, outside of being dirty though, the carpet is nice on this door panel. And we get this pocket. The original didn't even have that. All right, I'm really scrubbing in here. Make it nice and pretty. Just like the rest of the Typhoon, and wait till you guys see the paint and the cladding. When we're done, this thing is gonna be mint. So the inside of our door pocket used to look like this, and after some cleaning, it looks like this, not bad. Cleaned up the rest of everything else, and now we can insert our nice leather pad that differentiates this thing from an S10. The Jimmys probably had the leather, the fancier Jimmys, but we got a Typhoon. And I also swapped this off, and click that in. Oh, beautiful. I don't know about you guys, but this is one fine looking door panel. Our door panel is all done. I replaced all of the clips. I used rivets for the door sweep, and she is ready to go on. We did the sound insulation on the door as well. There are no speakers in the door though. They're just in the dash in the back. And so a fairly simple door panel to install. I do believe this door panel though had a speaker behind it on whatever model it was on. It's not identical, I think, to what came out of Typhoon. You know, it has these pockets and stuff, but whatever. Came with the truck, actually. So one day if I find this bottom part from a Typhoon, maybe I'll get it, but I like this. All right, Cool. Did you guys notice it? This is for a 4-door. I don't have a 4-door. And unfortunately, our 2-door switch is broken. Someone had glued it on before, so I'm trying to find a new piece of trim. But other than that, the door panel is on. A couple other little restoration things I'm doing are some switches that I could find, like the rear defog. So I got that right in. Like that. Couldn't find the rear wiper. Still looking. I did find a new rear window, so rid of this guy. And here's our new used one. These are still used, and I think I spent like 75 bucks a pop. No one makes reproduction, so I just had to find the best looking ones that I could find. All right, so let's see, does this work? Oh yeah, you can hear it working. Oh, I love this radio. This is too cool. All right, it's time for our front seats to go back in. It's turning into a real car again. Oh, these things are so light. Race edition Typhoon. We have seat plop down. Sweet. All the seats are installed and bolted in, and this is looking so good, guys. It is like a complete car with a 14-foot bladder pump for your seat. So this way, people in the back can pump up the bladder so you're a comfortable driver. Even people in like the back, they can do it too. See? Passenger side, I've trimmed. This is ridiculous, by the way. It should, I think, just be here, but I'm having a hard time finding good information. It kind of goes around in this loop and then supposedly sits here. Could stuff it in here, but that's kind of weird. I think I'm gonna keep it this long. Imagine someone sitting next to you and all of a sudden you reach under his seat and he's like, what are you doing? And you just stand there staring at him like this. What? Is it too much? Hang on, a quick update on the twin turbo diesel X5 giveaway. We have a bunch of products that are back in stock. They've been out of stock for a couple of months now, and we've upgraded a lot of this stuff too. So we have new wash mitts, new detail brushes, new hybrid clay mitt. We have our plush microfibers, and the LegitStreetCars foam cannon has been redesigned. It still has the fully machined brass valve body, but now the bottle has a little bit of a wider base. Now, by far one of our best sellers has been the gigantic drying towel, and for very good reason. It truly is one swipe and the panel is just dry. So you can dry a car in just a few minutes. Don't bother with little microfibers. This will change your life. Every so often I change up what product on the site gets you double entry points for the X5, and right now it is the gigantic drying towel. So if you've ever wanted one of these, and if you've ever wanted to win an amazing 30 mpg 400 horsepower twin turbo diesel X5, this is your time. LegitStreetCars.com. I'll drop a link down below. This is going to be limited time and they might sell out, so get yours while you still can. Forgot to run it through the loop. You gotta run it through the loop. That holds it. Go through the loop over here. Yes, this is perfect. So I got my elbow resting. Oh, I can feel it. It works great. It's too much. Right there. Yeah. Stepping outside this beautiful interior for a minute. Check this out. Headlights. Okay, pretty standard, shining bright on my washer machine. But yeah, this is just what they looked like back in the day, yellow halogen lights. Well, one of the coolest things that I've done to any of my old cars, including my DeLorean and my 86 Buick Grand National, would be the Holley Retro Bright Lights. So these are meant for the older cars, plug and play. Look at this, literally. Look at this. Unlike new cars, on the old cars, you could replace a headlight bulb in like 2 minutes. It's 4 screws for this little trim ring. And then these guys just come right out. I recommend you turn them off while you're doing this job, but for demonstration purposes, I just wanna show you guys this in action right off the bat. Look at this. Oh yeah. Look at this. Oh my gosh, you gotta see the side-by-side comparison. This is crazy. All right, so we have old versus new. Are you kidding? Look at that. Oh my gosh. So we're bringing the Typhoon over to Maaco where my GMC Sierra is, and we're gonna do a paint correction on its ceramic coating, make it look mint. But a while back, Beltec sent me some new sway bars. I have the rear as well, all the hardware, and look at the links. They're non-existent. So we're gonna swap those out. The fronts don't have traditional sway bar links. They just bolt to the control arm. So we can start removing these bolts. Now we have these on the bottom of the control arm. They look like header bolts. There's our last one coming down to Chinatown. Okay, there we go. These are heavy. Man, all right, this is all going bye-bye. I gotta say, that's pretty thick in the front. We have our new center brackets with the bushing. They give you a bunch of this grease, so we're gonna use that. Even with the grease, these things are pretty hard to slide, so I'm gonna use some WD. That is the ticket right there. Sweet. All right, new sway bar going in. I think is a monster, and it doesn't thread right into the frame. There's nuts on top, which is a pain in the butt. I'm bringing this down on some blocks. Yeah, we gotta compress the suspension to make this line up. Just have a bolt holding it in there. All right, we got all the hardware started, which was kind of a pain in the butt. But now we can tighten it up. Front sway bar is done. Looking beefy. Let's do the rear. I gotta cut this sway bar link. It is all rusted in there. It's much easier. All right, we got all the way through there. All coming out the top. Oh yeah. These are in like a million pieces. Look at how tiny this sway bar is compared to our new Beltec. That's massive. So sway bars are actually anti-sway bars. So when you take a turn and your vehicle's body kind of sways to one side, this is gonna stiffen that up. It's gonna make it handle much better. And it already handled pretty good. This side was much easier. I just cut right through. I didn't have the room for the tool over there. I could totally unbolt these, but I'm just gonna cut them because it's fun. Cut stuff. Oh. My battery is dying. New battery. Whew. All right, cool. It broke. It's coming off. Okay. This little baby sway bar coming out. Wasn't even doing anything. More stuff's falling left and right. Yeah. This actually utilized a different style sway bar link that goes here on the frame. So I mounted this bracket and I'm just tightening up the sway bar link and I'm tightening up these right here. So these are the original style, but all new hardware. Wow. All right, I think we're done. It's pretty sweet. This is such a nice sway bar, guys. Oh my gosh. This is beautiful. So the old ones used to go right here and they were totally broken. This goes right to this side spot on the frame and we have our polyurethane bushings. Very, very nice kit from Beltec. And it's gonna complement our Beltec shocks that we put in the last episode. The Typhoon was already lowered. I think it's at a pretty decent ride height. I don't know if you remember how much this thing squats on launch. But if we go any lower, I think we're gonna run into issues. So I think I'm gonna leave the ride height alone for now. All right, we're on the highway cruising. I definitely need an alignment, and this S10 Tahoe badge is kind of funny. Oh, check it out, check it out. Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
There's a Tahoe right there. Man, that thing is clean. Look at that.
Look at that.
Get from behind
look at that.
And you can't do it.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Nice. Anyway, this is so cool. I love driving older cars. This radio is amazing. The Bluetooth connects right away. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. That is what I'm gonna hear every time I get into the Typhoon. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of funny though. I wish I could show you guys more like stereo stuff, but it just doesn't come through. You're watching on your cell phone, so it's gonna sound like nothing. But the stereo in here is amazing, especially with all the padding. There are no rattles like at all. But obviously we got some cleaning, some finishing touches to do. I love having a center console. Typhoon will be on the dash. This is so cool. Stopping off for some gas. And by gas, I mean E85. That's what the Typhoon drinks these days. Even dirty, this thing looks so good. But yeah, it hasn't been buffed out in forever. Look at that paint. Look at the cladding's all faded. This is gonna come back though. Look at that, it's so crazy. Literally, it's like scum that's just built up on this over the years. It's weird. Honestly, I don't even know what's going on with that. It's like a week later and these guys have already painted and buffed out the Sierra. So we are back. We are back at the Maaco in my other blue truck, the Lightning. And I think I see this thing over here. Is it? Oh, there she is. Don't mind my purplish tint on the Lightning. Oh, let's go see this thing. Oh my gosh. So I told him not to reinstall the old headlights because I have new headlights from HIGprojectors.com, but what in the world do we have here, guys? What do we have? Okay, so I did have them change the color slightly. I loved the color of my 2015 Silverado, the supercharged one, and I love this factory color. It's like a darker blue, so I had them kind of split it a little bit more towards the original color, but with a little bit more flake and slightly lighter. Oh, and you can see it especially in the sun. Are you kidding? Guys, this is insane. Look at this color. Whoa. So Marcus and the team is just kind of cleaning it up. Were you buffing it out and detailing it earlier?
Yep.
Awesome, thanks man, it looks amazing. Thank you. So they replaced the decals, but we got the originals. And as you guys saw in all of the footage that they sent me, they had taken apart a lot on this car. So this is a legit full paint job, and everything in here as well has been freshly painted. So a lot of trim was removed. You know, paint jobs are very, very involved if you want to do it right. And since we were doing a slight color change, they want to make it perfect. But yeah, I mean, we're talking everything on the inside has been painted. You can't see any difference whatsoever. So this does look similar to the factory paint job, especially when it's dark. But if you had them side by side, you could tell this one is a little bit lighter. And it's a beautiful day, so I'm gonna get these headlights in, and we have some rails for the top of the beds to install, and then she's coming out in the sun. Oh, and they even replaced the grill. So this is all new, GMC. It was in decent shape, but I mean, we have basically a brand new truck, so that's gotta be new. I mean, are you kidding me right now? This is insane. These lights are new as well. Those are new. It's all new. Did you guys buff out the lights up there too?
Yeah.
Oh, I could tell. These were like super faded. Look what they did with the lenses. That looks so good. So for some reason, our pickup was missing these right here, the little caps that go on the bed. They had to do a little bit of body repair on this corner, but generally these should just pop right in like that. I don't think I have the caps. I gotta order those up. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I just gotta peel the tape and push down. All right, tape is off, and now this thing will stick on. All right, very easy. Some pretty decent guides here. And then we just give it a few of these. All right, we have our bed rail covers on, and the guys over here already replaced this one. It was just a little nicked up. And this is so crazy, guys, because this truck is basically a show truck at this point. It's actually way nicer now than my SVT Lightning, which should be the show truck. I don't know, roles have been reversed. I might have to make the Sierra fast now or something if it's gonna be a show truck. Check this out. I feel bad. These guys have been working on this for a while. So these were the original chrome moldings, and they got a little wavy, and they ordered 2 different sets of new ones. And I know they look fine now, but he said they all came in with a little bit of wave, and they've spent a ton of time heating this up, you know, trying to polish it and bend it and everything. They said that they've got them pretty good, but once you go ahead and put them back on a flat surface, you can see a wave, so they're not perfect. So I'm kind of thinking maybe we just leave them off. It actually looks really clean without them. So on this side, the only decal we're missing so far is the Quadrasteer, which is on order, but this is just how they look without the chrome, and it's not bad. We're bringing this thing outside so I can show you the real color and some more Quadrasteering. So I messed up and forgot the headlights at my shop. For some reason, I thought they were in the back of the GMC, but they're not. But here she is so far, and I cannot wait to get it back to Legit Street Quarters. So they still have some more buffing out to do, and then we have PPF before we bring it back. But we're gonna be lifting this a little bit with some Meteor tires from Nitto. It's gonna look so good. I don't know, maybe I should tint the windows as well, just a little, like 35%, something like that. So we have a little bit of overcast right now, so you can kind of get the true look of this color. So without super bright sunlight, it does look very similar to the factory color. It just has more metallic flake in it. But man, it is similar to the Lightning color, I must say. The true blue metallic and whatever we just created here, GMC, and kind of dirty Ford. It's hard to tell with the reflection of the sky and everything. Okay, the sun just came out and I moved the truck into position so you guys can see this paint. It's hard to get this on camera. I hope you can see the metallic flake in there. This is so, so cool. Wow, but it's like, it's subtle. You gotta like know, you gotta know it was painted a different color. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. Look at this thing. Oh, Quadrasteer. I don't know if we're gonna wrap the whole truck in PPF, but I'm thinking there's a lot that needs PPF. Like this little hump of the bed, like going down the highway, that's gonna get rock chips. We should probably do the lower rocker panel, whatever, the bumper, the hood, the fenders. This is gonna get out of hand, people. Did I make it too nice? This is a 188,000 mile 2005 Sierra, by the way. Like that's what this is. Most people would be like, who cares? But wait till you see what I got planned for this thing. It's gonna be a showstopper. It's a week later and they did something for me, did something special. So if you guys notice on the bed of the Quadrasteer, there are no plastic fender flares. On the non-Quadrasteer, there are fender flares here and plastic fender flares up here. And it looked a little bit out of place having the black plastic up here and nothing back there. You can see it's kind of like, you know, the hips of the truck and then the fender flare in the front. So they painted it to match the body. And I think that looks much, much cleaner. And now we got to get the headlights on. We'll open the hood so I can get these headlights in. And you know I got them from HIGprojectors.com. These guys have been around forever and they do custom headlights. Check this out. These things are brand spanking new. They look amazing and they have the LSC logo in the projector. So we have these converted to a projector style headlight with the logo. That is so mint. I love it. These guys have done the custom headlights on my Jeep as well. They turn red when you get into boost. It's pretty neat. So lots of different options. And I'll leave all of their information down below if you guys want some custom headlights. These guys are so nice and easy to deal with. They're in the United States. They're amazing. Give them a call. So these are plug and play. We just have 2 factory connectors. There we go. They're plugged in. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Gonna push it in like that. Oh, go. You gotta be kidding me. Dude. Like, what is this truck right now, guys? What is this thing? It's like mint. You guys wanna see the coolest way that headlights are held in? No bolts, no screws, just straight up pins or stakes. You slide in just like that, and then you snap them in. That's great. There's just 2 of them. We'll push this down, snaps in, and you're done. You've done your headlight. Now headlights cost like $1,000 each. You gotta remove the whole bumper, the grill, everything. It was simpler back then. Passenger side is on. There we go, that's done. This is really cool to see. All the factory bolts for the fenders are painted. I mean, it just looks like it came off the showroom floor. The headlights are easy to put in, but then you do have to make an adjustment right there. So we're kind of aiming these guys. There we go, here we go. Look at that, sweet. All right, Bobby's here. He's got something for me.
We got this for you. Well, not us. The Maaco marketing
Maaco
team sent it to you. They heard you were in the shop, so they were like, oh, we got to hook them up. And then we threw some of our stuff in there for you, too.
Ooh, it's in a Maaco box.
Yeah, it is. And we just want to say thank you, man. We appreciate you trusting us with one of your awesome projects.
Oh, man, of course. Oh, nice. All right, hang on, guys. I got to show you this. Oh, this is so nice, guys. Look at this. A handwritten note. We have some stickers. We got a Maaco football, pen, flashlight, wipes, maybe? Oh, tissue, yeah. Air freshener, pen. Oh my gosh, there's so much. We got a Maaco hat. Oh, that is so old school. This is like vintage
I
Maaco
like the
right
old
here.
school
Is that
logo.
still? Oh yeah, so that's not the current logo.
No.
That is the old
hat.
school.
Yeah, old school trucker hat.
It's like, it fits the truck, like,
It
you know, the
actually
era.
looks pretty good on it.
I like it, I like it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Bobby. I
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate
We
everything. The truck
appreciate
is
you as well.
amazing.
I'm glad you like it.
I
I'm
do,
glad
I
you
do.
like it. I would hate to be watching your channel and see something we did that you didn't like.
That's not happening, it's not happening.
Okay, good.
All right, final touch here. We have to add back in the Sierra and the GMC. So we have a line and a picture. Prep is key, so we're wiping off any wax from the buffing. GMC going back on. And that is a brand new logo right there, mint condition. A lot of this stuff they still make, which is pretty neat. And we ended up getting a new Sierra badge as well. The old ones were okay, but just a little pitted. There we go. Done. Check it out, guys. Reproduction SLT Quadrasteer decals. Pretty neat. So basically they took a picture of this, sent it in, and now we have these. Lots of these. Any other Quadrasteer guys out there? We had pictures of this too, just to know exactly where it goes. There we go. And it was missing on the driver's side because this side was repainted, so now we got that one. Maybe I should just put them all over the truck. Now we got enough. Perfect. Now I have to take off these awesome wheels and get the tires mounted. These tires are practically brand new, but wait till you see what I got. These are definitely my favorite full-size truck wheels ever. Previous owner got brand new caps. Look at that, it's mint. If you guys didn't see this in the last video, it's stamped all on the outside. GM, made in Hungary, the date, everything. The size, this is how every wheel should be. I didn't bring my tools today. Let's see if this will do it. Oh, it did it. Wow, not bad. You guys wanna see something funny? Look at the old air snap-on gun. I have this exact one. I haven't used it in like 10 years though. So quick. I dropped the tires off at a shop down the street. We gotta keep working. And check it out, I got some new side step bars. I was thinking of going chrome, but I ended up going with like a satin black. These are by Lund, super good quality with the rubber pads here. And what I like about these is supposedly you don't have to drill into the truck. It comes with some hardware, but it mostly utilizes factory hardware on the frame and factory holes. We have nice instructions. I also have a tonneau cover. I have toolboxes. We're gonna install some floor mats. We got a bunch of stuff from an awesome website that I recently found called realtruck.com. These guys have everything for almost every truck all in one place. Their customer service is amazing. So I made it my one-stop shop for everything for the Sierra. I'm gonna drop a link down below. You gotta check them out. Our first step is removing all of the body bolts on the driver's side. I cracked these loose by hand. And they're coming out nice, look at that. These instructions are really great. And they label each piece, so driver front. So I put the body bolt through the driver front bracket. And these body mounts are actually in excellent condition. A little surface rust just flaking in here, but look at the mount. Anyway, we're gonna push this up like that. I have all the brackets hung on the driver's side and the passenger side. They're resting here loose. And that's all I can do right now because I need to fit in a bracket inside of the hole that's in the bottom of the frame. But the lift arm's in the way. I don't have any wheels, but that's okay. We got other stuff to do. And in preparation for the wheels, we're gonna lift our Quadrasteer for free because this has torsion bars. So this bar right here and this one on the driver's side acts as the spring. So you can see here, there is no traditional coil spring. There is no leaf spring like the rear, but on these trucks, they sit higher in the front. So what I wanna do is simply level them out. So the way you can do that is literally by tightening this bolt. So this is a key key for the torsion bar, and by tightening the bolt, this key is gonna go up. It's gonna twist this torsion bar and it's gonna lift up our front. And something that's weird is the passenger side doesn't look to be lifted at all, and the driver's side is lifted a little bit. Sometimes these trucks aren't even from the factory and they have to adjust them side to side to make them perfect. So we'll do this little by little and make sure that it's looking good. But let's crank those down quite a bit. I think I'm just gonna max them out and see what it looks like. We can always go back. I sprayed these down, but because this truck is so rust-free, watch this. Oh yeah. It moves so easily, and you can see this key going up, and it's twisting our torsion bar at the same time. I turn the passenger side as well, and I'm doing the old finger check to see if this is the same distance. I think so. All right, seriously, we need our wheels and tires. I'm gonna call the place right now. We gotta get those on in order to check our lift and finish up our running boards. It's the next morning, and we have the tires on the wheels. Look at these. I went with the Ridge Grapplers from Nitto. I just put some off-road Nitto tires on my Jeep Wrangler. They were amazing on the trails and in the mud and in the sand. On the giveaway BMW X5, I also did some Nitto tires. I love these. They look so good. These are the old ones in comparison, and coincidentally, these are the exact same size as the tires on my van, and they're practically brand new. And I sold this van to Arnie from Cannonball Garage, so I'm about to load up the tires inside of the van for him, and he can use them because with 600 horsepower, he might burn through it. Oh, and also this morning I drove in the Typhoon. So it is in the wash area here at the Maaco, and we're gonna give it a wash because it's dusty and we gotta get to buffing. Lots and lots of buffing. There we go, GMC Typhoon wash. It's been a minute since I've washed this thing. It's been collecting dust. It already looks good. Foam cannon time. All right. You guys have seen people wash cars a bunch of times. It's a lot of going like this, then some drying. And let's just skip to this thing getting buffed. Truck is nice and dry, and Mike over here at Maaco is not wasting any time. He's going to town buffing out the hood. So let me kind of show you what we're working with. This is the before. From far away, the truck looks fine, but the fluorescent lights never lie. This thing just simply hasn't been buffed or polished in a very, very long time. And there's little scratches like this that I think we'll definitely be able to get out, but wow, look at that. So we'll get a good before and after. Mike's gonna do this side of the hood. No tape line needed. The GMC hood is already split in half. All right, so Mike just did one pass right now with a kind of hybrid medium compound. Oh, it's already looking so much better. So we went from that to that. Wow, that's like 75% better with one pass. That is amazing. Wow. Look at the difference. So for most, I mean, that would pass as being done. But I think honestly, if we just did like 2 passes of that, it'd probably be like 90, 95. I mean, you could go nuts and spend like 40, 50 hours on paint correction, but I kind of want to see what it'll look like after another pass. All right, Mike just did one more pass, just like the first. Clean the pad in between. Let's see what we got. Here is our before. Oh, it keeps getting better, guys. This is really, really nice. Oh my gosh. Still a little bit of oxidation in the paint, but keep in mind, this thing was repainted probably 25 years ago. That looks pretty darn good, I must say. Are you kidding? Oh my gosh, black cars, when they are polished out, they look so good. That's really nice, Mike. That is really nice. Oh my gosh. Jeez. And then we're of course ceramic coating the whole thing, so it's gonna look even better. It's gonna bring out more black, and oh man. Before we put the wheels on, I gotta put these Husky mats in. There's some decent mats in it already, but realtruck.com got some nice Husky liners in black, and I keep tripping over them, so they gotta go in. These are really nice because they'll cover the entire back area. All right, let's see what they look like. Oh, that's nice. Fit perfect. Beautiful. Here we go, people, here we go. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? This is gonna make the truck. They're not as heavy as you think, people. They're actually really light wheels. If anything, the tires just made them a little heavier, but no biggie. Now we got about 14 lug nuts. Kidding, it's 8. It's a lot. Wheel ain't going nowhere. She's a heavy duty, 1500 heavy duty. Crazy weird spec. 6-liter, 4L80 transmission. Doesn't get any better. Did I mention this has rear steer? I don't know if I ever told you guys that. It's got this thing called Quadrasteer. It's no big deal. And now it's got these. Oh, yes. Just got the passenger side on. Gotta finish it off with these caps. Wow, that really makes the wheel. All right, Sierra going down for the first time with the new wheels and hopefully leveled out suspension. Oh, she's down. Oh, she's tall. Wow, that is down. Yeah. Whoa, what did I do? Oh my gosh, that's a lot. It looks good though. Does it match the back? Or is it taller in the front? I might need to come down a little bit. Of course, I didn't bring my tape measure, and I do think we have to drive this to really get it to settle, but I think this is about what's in the rear. Once we're done with everything, I'll take it around the block and then we'll adjust at the end if need be. But either way, this looks so good. The tires make such a big difference, and now it's just sitting up perfectly. It's not all raked in the back. We're bouncing back over to the Typhoon, and right now Mike is working on the cladding. It was kind of faded, and so he's getting it much better like that. And if you compare that to what it used to look like, that is a million times better. So lots of oxidation here, but I don't think the cladding was clear coated. And so Mike is just using a very fine polish and a very soft pad, and that way we don't burn through since there's no clear. Wow, Mike, wow. Look at this, guys. Look at the difference. We went from that to that with a little bit of polishing magic. That is so cool. I didn't think this was gonna come back like that just without, you know, putting a trim restoration or a ceramic coating on it, but jeez. He also finished up the hood and he did another pass on it. It's looking very, very nice. Look at my Typhoon. Okay, hold on. Let's look at this side. Look at my Typhoon. We got a beautiful black frame, and now we have a beautiful black front end of the Typhoon. I had to think about what this was called for a second. I was gonna say Sierra. Mike is doing a great job, so good. I did not think this front bumper was gonna look like this. Now that we have the truck on the ground, we can finish up our side step bars. Sorry about all the noise, it's a body shop. I had the lift arm covering up this factory hole in the frame, and we need that to slide into this. So it has a nut on the other side. We'll line it up right there. Then we have our support bar held in with a bolt going into the nut we just installed in the frame. And this end is gonna go into this slot here. And once you have everything, you can start tightening this down, but this is what the support will look like. The center bracket gets a support like this that bolts right into the frame. So no drilling at all. And now everything is mocked up. We can start getting the actual side step bar in and then tightening everything. There we go, here we go. All right. Looking good so far. Passenger side is on. Now we can go around and start tightening stuff up. Not gonna go too crazy just yet. I wanna snug it, pull it in, make sure everything's aligned. So I'll probably just snug it up on one end and then keep going down the line. They're straightening themselves out. All right, passenger side is all tightened up. This thing is super solid. Not going anywhere. Oh man, I like it. It's a little dusty, I gotta clean it off. But yeah, I think that looks mean. If you guys have noticed, we don't have the fender flare on right now, and that's because eventually this thing is getting PPF'd, so they wanted those off in order to PPF the fender and then get the flares back on. But anyway, yes, this looks so mean. LSC, GMC. Oh my gosh, I love this thing. I cleaned this side up a bit. We don't have the full picture without the fender flares, but I like it. It gives it kind of like a Baja little feel to it. It's nice to have a side step, especially for the little ones. Or for me, I'm not that tall. Something else I'm super excited about from realtruck.com is a hard rolling cover. So this is a tonneau cover that rolls up like this, but when it lays out flat, it's like a hard cover. So I like the look of the hard cover, and this should do it all. First step is installing this front weather stripping. It just sticks on real easy. And then we have these long rails that are gonna sit in like that. And here is the front. And then to hold that down, all you need are these cool little clamps. So these clamps just go in like this, and you can see how the teeth mesh in, and then you can just tighten them up. That's gonna hold it down. It's only 10 foot-pounds on these. Just by hand, it's tight. These are really good. We have all the clamps in, looking good, nice and strong. Now here is our bed. Wow, oh my gosh, this is a hard roll-up cover. That is insane. It looks totally flat. This is amazing. I saw the pictures. I'm like, no way it's gonna look like that. It looks like that. Wow, this is like super, super good quality. Look at that. So you have your pull for the latches on the side. A couple other little things I gotta finish up. All right, this thing is all done. She's in there. And the way you hold this in is, it comes with a latch, and then to undo it, you just go like that, and then you roll it out. Woo! Look at this. That is amazing. Wow, it looks great. I really love this. It's totally sealed, so everything will be 100% protected underneath. This is mint, guys. I love it. Oh, I can't wait to see the whole big picture outside. All right, so our tailgate, it's not like a new truck where it has shocks that goes down nicely. It just falls. And if you have any other trucks that do have the tailgate that go down nicely and you get used to that, this will fall every time. But they make a Chevy tailgate assist. Look at that. So we're gonna be adding a shock. All right, so I removed this bolt. So this cable comes down and we add this guy in there. Zip this in like that. So now we have a stud. This goes back on. Then our shock goes on over that. Little washer and a nut, and then we zip it on with a washer and a nut. Then by lifting the tailgate, we can get it to attach onto that part. There we go, so that's on. And we can tighten this one up. All right, so it closes like normal. Ho, 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 look at that. That is so nice, guys. The thing was only 30 bucks. Look at this, bam. Wow, what a great investment. Phenomenal. This thing is like transformed already back here. But we got more. We got toolboxes and a bar that's gonna go across. It's gonna be the ultimate Quadrasteer. Check out my new toolbox. This is so cool. Look at this, it's got a latch so it swings out and you can lock these as well. Bam, look at that. So we have a ton of storage inside, a little tray as well. The bracket was fully assembled. They give you some self-tapping bolts, that's it. And then it locks right in. That is so nice. And of course, I got a second one for this side. And next from realtruck.com is this adjustable bed bar. And that's it, this thing just locks in. So now when you're putting stuff in the bed, you can either strap to this or it's just a stop. So that way stuff isn't flinging around your bed and you can just move this around. Sierra's going back in the air. You know I gotta protect the frame. It is in such nice shape. You guys know I love my heavy duty metal protector from Amsoil, but I want the frame to be black. So we're gonna spray it black first. And for that, I'm using a product by Waxall. So this comes out black, and then we're gonna go over it with the heavy duty metal protector, and I've done this a few times. They mix perfectly. It's so satisfying, oh my gosh. It's like makes it a brand new truck. Should have been like this from the factory. The newer ones do have a little bit of a better coating, but they left these old ones just kind of bare. Luckily, Georgia is a wonderful state that doesn't use salt or have any bad weather, so we can bring it right back to that. Here's what we're looking like on the frame, and now we're gonna go over it with the heavy duty metal protector. And this is basically a clear wax, and it goes on totally liquid, so we can even do the floors as well. And I don't like the black for the floors because I like the floors to look like floors. If you're using black, you really gotta make sure to get everywhere on a light colored floor. But this even makes the wiring harness look brand new. And it's like, bam. What are we, back in 2005? Look at this frame. The rocker panels on these trucks love to rust out, so I am getting all up in there. So all these little seams will be filled with this wax, and it'll turn hard. It's like a cavity wax. So this is gonna stay looking like this. I highly recommend this stuff, guys. It's not that expensive. You can do your whole truck for maybe like 60, 80 bucks, like about 4 cans. Do you know how expensive rust repair is? It is insanely expensive. It never really goes away. If you get a new truck or one that's rust-free, seriously, spend the money. I'll leave a link down below. You can save 25% on the heavy duty metal protector from Amsoil and their oil and everything else they sell. It's all good. I'm all done with our undercoating. I've hit every possible spot you could imagine. So our frame went from looking like this, super solid, barely any surface rust at all. But now it looks like this, ultra protected, looking beautiful. I mean, this is great, guys. I mean, look at this frame, it's mint. I even got a little crazy and I did the leaf springs as well. But yeah, we hit every area. All the floors in between the bed has all been coated with the wax. I don't know if I pointed this out in the reveal video, but look at how nice the exhaust is. I think this is 3-inch, it's beautiful. This is just dirt from Georgia, I'm leaving it. But the whole exhaust system is so nice. But I even did the control arms. It's also important to hit the hardware so it comes off when you need to service something. And did the backing plates as well. And if you guys want a screensaver shot of a beautiful GMT 800 frame, you can just stop it right there. Screenshot, there you go. Love it. We're gonna work on the inside a little bit. There's just a few clips that hold this in. It's like the whole bezel piece, 90s GM. Well, it's 2005, but you know what I mean. Anyway, that'll give us access to the radio, which I like. All the buttons are in good shape. It works. It's missing this knob, but if this is gonna be like my tow rig and I'm gonna take it on trips, like potentially cross country, I gotta have like some Bluetooth and stuff. Also, check it out. So, you know, we have our 4-wheel steer button. We have our off-road button. This panel here was totally blank, and we're adding trailer brake. So the trailer brake control is gonna be right here and look totally factory. How cool is that? I did the same trailer brake controller on the Escalade. It was plug and play. It was really nice and it works amazing. If you guys have never towed with a trailer brake, I highly recommend it. It definitely helps. All right, so we're just gonna go around, moving our bolts, and then this guy just slides right out. There we go. Just a couple plugs in the back, and she comes right out. Goodbye, I'm definitely keeping you. And here is our new one. So I found this on Amazon, and it's specifically sold for this era GM. It actually, I mean, I'm not saying it looks the same, but for some reason this looks fitting, and it's got the USB-C right in front, which is great. Now, technically, this should just plug right in and work. All right, yep, that goes in there. All right, whoa, look at that. Sweet, YouTube, that's awesome. I love YouTube. Our radio's back in. right, she's alive again. Wow, do we need gas pretty bad? Hey, little Android. Yeah, Android's the best. You can have the iPhone thing. Nope. Android's the best, people. Android's the best. What are you, iPhone? Come on, let me know in the comments. How many Android people we got? How many iPhone people? Either way, check this out. We got a backup camera. All right. This looks so cool, totally factory. All right, we're out of the body shop. It's a beautiful day. Oh, and we're quadrasteering. Yeah. Mike and the guys are at lunch, so I'm gonna keep going on this. Oh, it's just so satisfying. You can just like see it coming back. Look at this. Look at this spot right here on this cladding. Oh, what? Dude, that is unreal. This is what we were working with all the way to that. It's gonna be a whole new truck. I am done with the cladding on this fender. Looking pretty good, especially when you compare it to that, which brings me to something maybe controversial, I don't know. I'm gonna switch from the gray Typhoon to the red Typhoon. I did the red calipers, I did the red GMC on the wheels, all in preparation for going with the red decals. So we'll have red Typhoon in the back, and then it was missing the GMC anyway, so it'll have a red GMC right there. Red tail lights. I think black and red will look pretty good. Now I've measured out and taken pictures of exactly where this decal goes, but I'm gonna try something. I am going to literally just buff around the decal, mint it out, take that off, and then we'll still see the lettering, and then I'll put it right back on there. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, right? Yeah, this is cleaning up so nicely. Basically, this is all just oxidation. So we are just removing oxidation that built up over the years on this single stage cladding. I think I know what's going on with this car. I think they removed all the cladding and they painted it. The truck has definitely been repainted because this has clear coat, and from the factory it's single stage. And then I think they just put the original single stage cladding just right back on. And this is what happens to single stage when it kind of sits around, is it becomes oxidated. It almost has like a soap scum, kind of like in your shower on top of it, and we're just cleaning that off. So I think the cladding on this truck is just 100% original. And it is very difficult to find one of these where the cladding is not cracked. So the cladding alone on this truck, no joke, is worth roughly what I paid. I paid 10,000 bucks for the truck. Each piece of these original cladding, some of them they sell for like $1,000, $800, and there's like, I don't know, I think there's like 12 individual pieces. So the cladding on a Typhoon is one of the most valuable parts. It's the next day. We've moved the GMC into this area, better lighting. I just got done bringing this mirror back to life. It looks brand new. It used to look like this, so in good shape, just faded. So things are going well, just kind of slow because some of the car still has some single stage. I thought the entire truck was painted. I think most of it has been painted, but there are some areas that still have single stage. I don't know, it's kind of weird because it all looks the same. Like usually you can tell the difference between single and clear. But anyway, we just have to be gentle with pads and stuff. It's a little dusty, but she's looking good. These panels are straight as an arrow. The body on this car is just in excellent condition. Just made a quick pass on this side of the roof. Looking pretty awesome. I can see myself right there. All right, I finished up the roof and I've done all the cladding as well. It is time for the Typhoon decal. So I'm just giving this a little heat, but I think it's gonna come right off. Oh yeah, it's really nice and easy, and it's leaving me a mark. That is sweet. But yeah, this decal wasn't in the best of condition to begin with. Bye-bye, gray Typhoon, which is cool. I do like this. There we go. Typhoon guys in the comments are gonna know this, but I think the gray was 92 only, and then they went to the red in 93. Is that right? I don't know. There we go. Here's what we're left with. I'm gonna use a little adhesive remover here, and hopefully it doesn't all go away. Like, kind of looks, oh no, it's coming back, it's coming back. Just want to make sure this is perfectly clean before we put our new Typhoon down. Oh, it's so crazy. It's like erase, and she's back. That's actually kind of neat. These were gray and those black. I like that. I did the same on the driver door, and I'm just gonna buff out the center portion so we can see the end of the N and the beginning of the T. So all we need to line up our sticker. All right, let's see. Can we still see my mark? Oh yeah. Yeah, you can still see it in there a little bit. All right, doing decals is not fun. You only get one chance, one opportunity, whatever Eminem says in that movie, or the song, or both, I don't know. So we have our endpoints, but man, when these stickers lay down, they lay down. You cannot redo this. So, all right, just hold that one there. You can already tell they're not identical. They're just like a millimeter off, whatever. But I think that is pretty good right there. Yeah, that's pretty good. Little wedge to lock it in. So this is it, guys. If you don't get it the first time, you gotta get a whole new sticker. Not a huge fan of doing decals, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Live that red and black Typhoon life, if you know what I'm saying. But I think this is looking good. I think we did get right over our outline. Yeah, that is awesome. Oh man. Couple little air bubbles so we can get out of here. Wow. So cool. Oh, this matches perfect. I love it. And it just got done on the passenger side as well. Red GMC, that is factory. And I think it just makes sense now. Black and red. Black and red, black and red. It should be a song. Well, I was about to make a big mistake. I took the old Typhoon off of this side, so I was just gonna go back together. But according to the internet, Typhoon should be on the driver's side and GMC truck should be on the passenger side. Yeah, I've looked at a bunch of these. They're all like that. Going after this picture, it looks to be an original car. So I'll have the K lined up right here. This looks pretty straight. Let's lock it in. All right, here we go. Always peel at an angle like this. Go very, very slow. See how that was pulling up there? Stick it back down. Especially with such thin letters, you can really mess this up. Take your time, and soon you will have a GMC truck. Oh, this looks so good. Oh, there we go. Little truck. Bam. Woo! I love it. There's a little paint chip right here. I think Typhoon's gonna cover it. Oh my God, you ever hang pictures in your house and you're just hoping it'll cover like the last hole and then it's off by a little bit and you gotta patch it anyway? I hope that's not the case here. The T goes right in the middle of the reverse light. Oh, it's gonna cover it. It is gonna cover it. No way. I think that is straight. I'm totally just eyeballing this. I think I got this pretty straight. Let's lock it in. I think we totally covered that paint chip. That is amazing. Hell yeah. She gone. We're the only ones that know. Oh my gosh, that is mint. But you know what? I do think the front is a little bit higher than the back, and we can fix that. Because just like the Sierra, it's got the torsion bars. We just need to go the opposite way. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing, but go in reverse. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it should be going down. I think we leveled this out just about perfect. Look at that, and look at that. And on the driver's side, which I haven't done yet, we have that versus the rear, yeah. I've wiped the entire car down with rubbing alcohol to get rid of all of our leftover polish. So everything's looking pretty clean. Next up is our Armor Shield Max. So this is the longer lasting ceramic coating. Put a few dabs on our applicator. Oh yeah, this is really where it's gonna shine, literally. So this stuff is a great trim restoration product, and because the cladding is single stage, it's really gonna make them pop. Look at the difference, that is crazy. After the application, you wait about 60 seconds, and then you just wipe any excess off. So I'm working in a couple different areas. I did this entire cladding, moved on to that one. By the time I'm done wiping this off, that'll be ready. And then obviously we're doing the whole car. So once your car is prepped, that's key. You can ceramic coat a car in like an hour and a half. This is a really good example of what the ceramic coating does. It now just looks like the door that has base and clear coat. They match much better now that we've ceramic coated this. And I don't know if you guys remember what this cladding looked like when we first started. It was chalky and just faded, oxidized, and now it is looking great. This stuff is definitely a difference maker in this project. Look at that. I mean, people, do not buy a separate trim restoration product. This is the best. It is making this cladding look perfect. I just text Avalon King some pictures of this, and they are hooking you guys up if you want to try it out. So normally the Armor Shield Max is $90 for one complete kit, but right now you can get 3 for only $150, and the first 200 of you to order will get a free bottle of car shampoo. The Max coating lasts longer and gives you an even deeper shine, and the results that you're going to continue to see on the Typhoon speak for themselves. So take advantage of the deal. It is limited time, link down below. Just got done with the ceramic coating. We did everything, including the wheels and the glass. I mean, just look at this thing. Oh man. Oh man. This is definitely one of those moments where I don't really believe that this is mine and that I will be driving it home soon, but I am. And I cannot wait. And I love the red decals. I love the big wheels. My guys over at VFC Performance custom made these for me. Bear Brakes hooked it up with the big brakes front and rear. I mean, this thing is just clean. But you'd never know that it was a Typhoon because someone took a glove box out of an S10 Tahoe. We cannot have that, so we're gonna go ahead and just peel this guy right off. See you later. I cleaned off all the goo, and now we have this, the proper Typhoon glove box decal, just like that. There it is, it's a Typhoon again. I'm keeping it black and gray here on the dash. The seats are the same way with the Typhoon right there. Although I have floor mats coming in tomorrow that have the Typhoon in red. We'll see how that looks. The Typhoon's inside drying after the ceramic coating. We'll get these two together in a minute, but look at the Sierra outside in the sun. We got lucky with a nice day. Oh man, Maaco did an amazing job. Check them out. They're in Waukegan, Illinois, and just wow. I absolutely love the tires. They look so good. HIDprojectors.com did an amazing job with the headlights. But seriously, this paint is so nice. And it is all gonna get PPF'd. We have to wait about another 2 weeks for it to gas out. So it'll get rebuffed and PPF'd. It's gonna look even better. But geez, this blue they mixed up is perfect. So it looks very similar to the factory color. If you didn't have two trucks side by side, you'd be hard pressed to tell there's a difference. But there is. If you get up close, this has more metallic flake and it is lighter as well. It is a hybrid between my old supercharged Silverado, the giveaway truck, and the factory color on this. I really like the side step bars as well. They give it kind of a Baja type of look. I think they look pretty clean. This paint like changes colors. Like it'll get much darker and much lighter depending on what angle and the sun. We got the new grille in the front. I mean, the whole thing just, it looks basically like a brand new GMT 800 Quadrasteer. And I love all the accessories from realtruck.com. Look at that. Look at how easy this is. And she just rolls up. Look at that. It's like, bam. It is so simple to do this. And then you strap it up and you're good. We got our bar. We got our toolboxes. And then it's like, oh, you want a hardtop? Hang on. This quality. Gosh, I'm never gonna want to drive this in any kind of inclement weather whatsoever. I know we undercoated it and everything, but it's kind of too nice. But once a little of the excitement fades away, I will drive it. This is gonna be a big part of the tow rig fleet at LegitStreetCars. We got quite a few now. The sun is starting to go down, but I had to get the Typhoon outside. We're gonna pull up the Sierra here in a minute, but what is this thing? It's a Typhoon. Oh man. This is too nice. It's like it rolled off the factory line from the future with these wheels and brakes. Oh, this thing looks good at every angle. I cannot believe how nice it turned out. Straight as an arrow. The cladding looks good. I love the red and black. Jeez. Check it out. Both of the GMCs together, and they are so different. I'd say this is the little brother, but it is much older. This being a 2005, this being a 92, but wow. Totally different GMCs, but both amazing in their own right. The lowered sports truck, the lifted pickup truck. And man, these guys at Maaco in Waukegan, Illinois knocked it out of the park. Oh man. I'm driving the Typhoon back to Legit Street Quarters, but I gotta leave this here for 2 weeks, which stinks. I'm gonna miss it. But at least I got this one to drive. Well, unless it snows again. See, it started to snow a few days ago. It's been clear the last 2 days. Let's keep it that way, but I gotta get this back to the shop. Oh, it is too nice. All right, cars were yelling at me in the middle of the street, so I brought these into the parking lot for some pictures. And geez, why does the sun need to be going down right now? I mean, it's kind of cool though. It looks pretty neat right now. This is actually good lighting. Oh man, these are both my GMCs. And you guys are gonna see this in a future video, but these aren't my only two GMCs. I got some more. But that's for later. For now, this is my GMC truck appetizer. I don't know, you guys are probably gonna like these a lot better. I think out of all of them though, this is the only one that says GMC truck right on it. Okay, I know this is a really hard choice and most of you guys will probably say the Typhoon, but which one would you rather have? Like, you kind of got to have both. And to be honest, I know I've put a lot of work into these, but the purchase of the actual vehicles was not that much. This was only $6,000, and this I got a killer deal on was only $10,000. I'll link the playlist down below. You got to watch the series on the Typhoon. It wasn't always like that, that's for sure. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Whoa, here she is. Oh man. Talk about the best factory truck wheels ever. I love these wheels. The ridge grapplers just make it perfect, and I think we did nail the ride heights. I've just driven it around the parking lot. It seemed to have settled to perfection, and this as well. This is now low and even. I don't know what to say, guys. I mean, I'm just going around looking at this myself, and I'm bringing the camera with me because there's no bad angle. Typhoon. GMC. There's a 13-year difference between these two. So here is the interior on the Quadrasteer, and here is the interior on the Typhoon. Wow. This definitely looks ancient, even compared to the 2005. So I know I have the supercharged Escalade, but I'm definitely gonna be doing a lot of towing with the Quadrasteer Sierra. Zero amount of towing with the Typhoon, even from the factory, they say. Do not tow a trailer with this vehicle. It can cause severe damage to the engine and transmission. The powertrain's not designed for towing. Printed in the USA. This is one of the nicest factory stickers I've ever had in a car. Floor mats are coming in tomorrow, but overall, this interior is looking great. The factory stereo pounds. Like, it's super clear. It's got a ton of bass with the bazooka tube. I love it. And over here in the Sierra, this radio just fits right in. It looks great. I don't know what it's playing right now. It's got some like music programmed into it. I did minimal cleaning on the Sierra interior. It was just kind of nice to begin with. The steering wheel's got a little wear, but other than that, it's pretty beautiful. Look at this passenger seat. They're so comfy. They say snow or slushy rain or something might be coming, so I got to get this thing back to legit street quarters. And if you guys follow me on Instagram and Facebook, which you should, it's at LegitStreetCars. I post up teaser pictures all the time. I'm going to be putting some pictures of the Sierra with the PPF and everything once I get it back, and then you guys are going to see it in future videos. But anyway, I got to hit the road, and I'll see you at Legit Street Quarters in the morning. It's the next day. I've been driving the Typhoon quite a bit. We just took it out to lunch, and I got my new floor mats. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Looking good. I like that. I like that a lot. Right next to my pump here. Yeah, we have it on the passenger side as well. And I think the interior is just so much more complete now. It's beautiful. Look at the back seat. It's mint. It's so comfy. And we actually just got back from the P.O. box picking up some stuff. Anyway, I probably could have outroed this yesterday, but it's sunny right now, and I just wanted to at least give you one last look at the Typhoon. I wish the Sierra was back home, but it will be soon with the PPF. And yeah, I mean, come on now. Come on now. Come on. Is there anyone out there that didn't like these trucks before this video and now they're kind of like, all right, that's pretty cool. Oh man, I think we got the stance perfect as well. And if you guys have stayed this far into the video, we're getting the trailer ready to go pick up another car. It's from the 70s. And I visited the machine shop yesterday on the C6. They're still not done with the engine. It's tough with machine shops, but hopefully soon. But anyway, I could go on and on forever. I could be hanging out with you guys forever. And if you're wondering, no, it doesn't feel weird that I'm just talking to a camera all the time. I feel like you guys are here with me. That's why I like to show so many details and just everything I'm experiencing. And I hope you guys like that. And if you did, give this video a big thumbs up. Share this video with your friends and family. Subscribe to the channel if for some crazy reason you haven't already. It's a free little button. You can hit the little notification thing too, and it'll tell you every time I have a new video, but it's every Saturday morning at 8:30 Central. I haven't missed in over 8.5 years. Never missed a Saturday video. So I hope you guys appreciate that. And most importantly, I hope you all have a phenomenal day, and I'll see each and every one of you in the next video. Don't forget, double entry points to win my twin turbo diesel X5 when you buy a gigantic drying towel. And stay tuned for bloopers if that's all you're kind of coming here to see. A super rare factory option that was from a super rare factory option that they only had for 3 years. Now when the Sierra came off, now I had the Sierra delivered to my shop. Now I had the Sierra delivered from Atlanta, and I'm out for a test. Now I'm out for a test drive in the Sierra Trans. On this side the only decal. These are definitely my favorite full-size truck wheels. Stop sanding, body shop people, because you know I gotta protect this frame. It isn't. You know I gotta protect the frame, but I want the frame to look. There's my van starting up. And if you guys have stayed, and if you've stayed this far into the video,